I mean, he's such a kid's villain that you're just like, I mean, this dude can't touch kids. I mean,
it's
Harry. I mean, not touch kids. He can't touch Harry Potter.
Can't touch kids.
So I'm like, yeah, so what's he gonna do? Yeah. Yeah. We can't be saying that.
I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence.
Boom! Shakalaka turner! You're out, LaFleur! Ejectocito, cuz! It worked! I love this part! Please, come on!
Welcome back, you guys, to the Millennial Classics with yours truly, Swadik Mayanja Mumburi Makaya. On this podcast, we talk about the best and most memorable movies, music, and culture-changing events from our generation. Mumburi, what is the Millennial Classic we are talking about today?
Well, this is a big one. This is a big one. We went a little small with Like Mike, and there's a lot of similarities. A lot of similarities between Like Mike and this movie right here. But we went the exact opposite. This is the biggest movie probably of our generation, biggest movie franchise. We went with Harry Potter.
Yes.
And the Sorcerer's Stone. And I'm excited. This is a big league.
So look, just behind the scenes information for those listening. Mumburi and I try not to tell each other notes before we get on the podcast, so it feels real, right? We like to keep the hot takes, on the DL until podcast game day. I cannot wait for him to compare and contrast Like Mike and Harry Potter. Mumburi, where are we going with the? I'm ready. I'm here for. I'm not
gonna lie. That just popped in my head like 30 seconds ago.
Oh well, thank God.
So I'll try to finesse it. Together during the course of the podcast.
Love it. So the plot, simple. To walk us through what's going on in Harry Potter. And by the way, it's the first one, Sorcerer's Stone, also known as the Philosopher's Stone, outside of the U.S. Mumburi,
it's a classic outcast kid that turns out. He starts off the movie poor and beat up and ends up being the most popular, richest kid in school. So,
literally one day he's living in a cave with this psychotic family. We need to talk about that family, bro.
Yeah,
rewatching this movie, that family. Psychos. So why is Harry Potter a millennial classic? Why is it a classic?
Well, it's easy because older generations, they had Star Wars and they had Indiana Jones, they had maybe Jurassic Park, and the younger generations, they had Hunger Games, Twilight, Avengers, obviously. Can't get enough of that shit. So
every day.
But for us, I mean, this shit hit 99. The book was bought, and 2001, literally 10 movies in 10 years.
Yes,
insane. I mean, 8 movies in 10 years, but still insane. And it came out every year, and this is the biggest movie of the year. So, I mean, this is just
instant classic. Yeah. Me, my feels, remembering this movie, thinking about the time and what was going on when this movie came out. This is one of those movies, like he said, Star Wars, that you just believe the world that they're living in. It was magic. You believed it. You were makes sense. I'm concerned. There's a few questions I have about the technical aspects of the magic, but it was world building at its best.
The entrance exams for Hogwarts, because
yes, the spectrum is wide.
Yeah, it's wide but narrow.
Okay, we'll talk about it. But while we're still in this, remembering at the times, Mumburi, when you watched it your first time, or even before you rewatched it, what are the memories? What were you thinking about before you rewatched?
So I did not see this in theaters. I saw this. So the thing is, what I remember more than the movie is actually the book, because it was.
So you read them?
Well, the first book it was read to me. But
even better.
But I remember the book a lot, and then I watched the movie on DVD. because I don't think I was even in the country before the movie came out. But I liked it. I liked it a lot. I mean, this shit is just like, it's a good movie. It's just a solid, good movie. And if you're a kid, it's even better because it's really a kid's movie. The first movie
100%.
out of the 8 is a kid's movie. And it's just enjoyable. They really streamlined the books. Do you remember where you were?
Yeah, no, I don't remember. I mean, I just don't, because it was the same with me. It was definitely on DVD. I don't remember going to theaters, but I do remember like when this movie first came out, like my older sister, Nabila, she was deep. I mean, she's a few
people
years
got
old,
deep in this.
She was deep, okay? Before she went deep, right?
Yeah, they were like the first flat earthers and anti-vaxxers, bro.
When she started talking about capes, I'm like, whoa, okay. So you know, I do remember the atmosphere when it came out, and it was something special. It really was something special. Okay, let's go back in the time machine and see what was popping when this movie came out, and it did come out November 16th, 2001. And just to remind you what other movies were doing, blew up at the time, and Harry Potter was number 1. The Lord of the Rings, Monsters, Inc., and Shrek. I mean, just those 3 alone.
And here's the thing, you know what?
And Harry Potter is like, everyone knows Lord of the Rings. Monsters, Inc. is coming from Pixar. Shrek, okay, Shrek is...
You know what's the best thing? I've probably seen Harry Potter the least out of those 4, right?
Oh, definitely. Well, I'm not a Lord of the Rings guy, but Monsters, Inc. and Shrek, 100%. 100%.
I mean, came out in 2001, biggest number 1 movie of the year.
Yeah.
$125 million budget. It made almost $1 billion, which was insane. I think it was the second biggest movie of all time when it came out.
When it came out, most definitely.
3 Academy Awards for like score, art, and costume.
Oh, we're going to talk about that score.
It's mad good.
I'm obsessed with that score, guy.
It's mad good.
With that score.
And there's a lot, 81% on Rotten Tomatoes. So it was like really like well
through and through. Yes.
It like now, I mean, there's so many like young adult book spinoffs that come and go real quick.
Mm-hmm.
But Harry Potter like hit. It was like that was like what you dream of when you make a movie like that.
100%. Let's jump into the dirt of this movie.
Oh yeah, because there's a lot of dirt.
There's a lot.
We've been praising this movie a lot.
Well, okay. Let's do the details before we do the dirt. Can we talk about let's talk about a few. You
want to go through the scenes, the best scenes?
Let's go through the best scenes. What did you choose as the scenes you wanted to highlight, right?
Okay.
And then what's your favorite?
Okay. First scene, the Sorting Hat scene.
Right then. Right. Okay. Gryffindor!
All right. It was a great scene. The hat is iconic, right? 100%. Everyone knows that like crappy ass hat from anywhere. By the way, what size do you think that hat is?
Right? What size fits on it?
Is it fitted?
It cannot be fitted, bro.
It can't be fitted. I was thinking if it's a fitted, it's 7 1/8 because it's got to fit a lot of kids, right?
Did you see Ron Weasley's head? That shit is... It's a one size fits all, bro.
You think it's a stretch? It's
a stretchy, bro. Yeah. Okay.
The second scene is Snape going head to head with Harry for the first time in the first potions class.
Oh.
It's so good because it's like
Hermione
I don't want to step on my
Hermione
MVP.
needs to chill, bro.
I don't want
to chill.
Yeah, she does. But I don't want to step on my MVP. But he's just like when he busts into the room.
There will be no foolish wand waving or silly incantations in this class.
That's too much acting, bro. That's not real.
No, he's the best part of the movie, and he just goes. He talks mad slow and just sits right in front of Harry, and then when he's done, he goes, "Why aren't you writing this down?" And then everyone just starts scribbling that shit. Oh my god,
it's amazing! It's amazing. But like, I don't know. I thought it was laid on a bit thick, bro.
No,
it was laid on super.
You got to know he is beefed. So that's the thing with this movie. It's the least subtle of all the Harry Potter movies because it's
100%. Yeah.
So people just like act. I mean, I have a real problem with the villain in this movie because he's such a kid's villain that you're just like, I mean, this dude can't touch kids. I mean,
it's
it's Harry. I mean, not touch kids. He can't touch Harry Potter.
Can't touch kids.
So I'm like, yeah, so what's he gonna do? Yeah. Yeah. We can't be saying that.
Wait, no, but wait, the whole point was Harry is the only person he cannot touch.
So
that was the entire
that's
point.
a shit villain, bro.
All right, we'll get there when we get there. Give me the options. All right, we got Snape walking with the potions. Yep.
Number 3 was learning how to play Quidditch. Great scene.
The learning scene?
Going head to head with Malfoy, Draco. And
wait,
then
what do
he
you
goes
mean?
like,
No. Time out. Wait, the learning scene was like a 5-second scene.
Yeah, it goes from this. It's like when he first learns how to get on a broom to when Wood takes him out to learn.
Oh shit, bro!
That's like 3 minutes, 4 minutes, but it's mad good.
The Malfoy slide through after he has smooth.
Give it here, Malfoy. No, I think I'll leave it somewhere for Longbottom to find.
Malfoy,
and then he makes that catch.
Villain. He should have been the villain, bro. Malfoy's that dude, though.
Malfoy's great, but when Harry like makes that catch for Neville's thing, and then McGonagall like. First off, McGonagall is like a D1 scout. She was just like, she saw that shit and she was just like, forget everything else. We gotta recruit him.
Let's make it happen. Make moves.
Pulls a kid out of class to make sure that this kid is recruited.
Harry Potter, follow me.
That scene just tells you Harry is going to get everything.
Yeah, no, exactly. And that was my problem. I mean, this thing, he's not only like the smartest and the best and the most magical. He has the lineage. It's like everything. He's like...
And he gets the best broom the next fucking day.
Of course. Oh, my God. That scene. You know what? In that scene, if you guys watch it, I was like, it hurt me to watch that. They drop off the broom wrapped in the paper, right? And they were like, what can this be?
That's Swiffer.
It was crazy. Yeah, it's for the kids acting. It was a really good movie, but we'll get there.
Yeah, and then the last scene, the fourth scene is the actual Quidditch game.
The coffin is released, and the game begins.
Okay. This is a great scene. Honestly, it feels like this should be a Quidditch movie with just kids in the background because it's like it feels like such a good sports movie for that one scene, and it's really well done. And then the last scene is the dog up until the chess game when they're like, it's like an adventure movie and it's like they have to like figure out all the clues and stuff. Really like that part. Okay, and then that's it for me.
Let's go back to the Quidditch because I want to talk about the Quidditch, okay? The whole Quidditch situation, the Quidditch game and the Quidditch learning situation. That game is the most violent sport. They're like hundreds of feet in the air, my brother.
But
hundreds of feet.
You can get fixed in a minute, so it's a problem.
Okay, look, and then the captain of the team, worst captain in the history of captains. How was your first game? I died. I nearly died. Good luck.
Hey, at least they're not getting CTE, so there's that.
I'm sure. But I think you missed my favorite scene. Do you? Why don't you tell me which one you picked? Because
I picked the Quidditch. I picked the Quidditch.
The actual game or the learning?
Actual game. Mad fun. You know what's gonna happen, but you're just like, yo, this is. I could watch like a 5-part Quidditch documentary. On HBO or some shit. Yeah.
Okay, so a little more in depth with the Quidditch. How uncomfortable is it really to sit on a broom?
Yeah, I would be like, yo, you got to get like a pad.
I mean, if they had like magical seats, maybe, but there's no way.
You've been in those cheap bicycles with the plastic seats?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ruins
you.
Ruins you
for more than like half an hour. And you're like, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, imagine a wooden fucking seat, bro.
Just a broom. But that end scene is fine when he catches the what's it called? It's the snitch. Yeah, whatever.
6ix9ine.
Whatever. When he catches it, it is dope. When he like jumps on his the broom, that was fire. Great. It is a great sports scene. It is really a great sports scene. And but Bamburi, you missed when the magic of the movie became real magic.
What's that?
The wand scene when he was first coming to buy all of his goodies, right? When he first comes over.
When he goes to Ollivanders or whatever.
I still need a wand.
A wand? Well, you want Ollivanders. There ain't no place better.
Yes.
And he's like,
I
you like that part?
I
You
love
like
that
a
part.
good shopping scene, don't you?
I love a good shopping scene. Of course, that's my life. I'm telling you. Look, this. Let me paint you a picture here. Up until this point, all of the magic scenes, right? You have Hagrid tapping the walls, right, and to open into a new thing. He makes that fat kid get a piggy, like the pigtail. It's like not real, right? And then you walk into the wand shop, and the wand owner, he's grizzled. He's been there for years. He knows every wand he's ever sold. Okay, right? You believe it, right? And I'm like,
I'm a big fan of small businesses where they really into their craft, bro.
He loves it. But one thing is, it's like, are you always letting like children come here and wag wands and fuck up your store? Because he like breaks the store, like legit damage. And then he grabs the wand, like when he pulls, he who must not be named wand out the box, and he says to himself up on the ladder, I wonder. Oh, you feel that shit, Murray. You feel that shit, right? And he opens the box slowly. He gives him the wand, right? It beams. You're talking Jesus kind of light Mumbury. Jesus, right? It beams, okay? And then after that, he says, curious. The best scene in the movie. This is when magic happened. That was when magic happened.
You think his store would have been closed for Corona, or you think he would have?
He's an essential worker, ladies and gentlemen. Wait,
you think he would have just put on the mask and been like, "Come on in"?
Yo,
he's at that age, bro.
But he loves his craft. I mean, it just that was like I was like hook, sinker.
Did you like the rest of the?
I'm in.
Wait, do you like the rest of the Diagon Alley scene, or
what do you mean the rest of
what
the
else? What else did they just go to the wand place?
No,
they walked by the broom and then they
walked by the broom. They went to the bank and look.
Yeah, fuck this kid, bro. Honestly, this is what I have against this is like Mike in this movie. Both kind of orphans, right? Because at least like Mike has a bed, so I'll give him that. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
But the whole super rich orphan, I think I don't want to be like the anti-orphan.
You are climbing up that motherfucking tree.
but it would have been so sick if he was just a broke kid, bro.
Yeah. And he had to actually work for something. Like, yeah, we need to talk about that because he's the richest, he's the best, he's the chosen one. Let him work for something. Can he work for something?
Do you think your parents would have left you with nothing? I would be like, yeah.
I mean, I've been living underneath a staircase. What do you mean? What do I think? Okay.
I mean, the pile of gold, and then they never talk about the gold again, which is classic rich person. Once you're rich, you don't talk about money. He knows
the only other time you see the money is when they buy candy.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's it. So we have to jump over on the flip side. The worst scene in the movie. Where were you like, okay, I'm done. Let me pause. Let me go get a drink. I can walk away for this scene. Worst scene in the movie.
This is going to be rough, but the entire Dursleys part. Honestly.
What do you mean Dursley's part?
The beginning, right after they drop off Harry as a baby, and it starts with him like, and then
there's not even any options. You like straight. That's the worst scene.
I'll go make a sandwich. I will go take a shower. I'll do whatever I need to do.
After watching,
come back.
Yes,
because from the Dursleys, ignore the owl mail, which I mean we get it after a bit. The Dursleys, I mean,
let's talk about them, please. These people are insane, bro.
Actually insane. I want to point out,
insane.
They give Harry Potter the under the stairs broom closet.
Yes,
but they still use it as a broom closet, which is the funniest part. I mean, they still hang in brooms in that shit too. So it's like that shit is so rough. The owl mail shit's pretty dope though.
The owl mail shit is dope.
I was really thinking if there was a way we could do that in real life, that would be ideal.
It would not.
They stick around too. That's the thing. Amazon, drop off your package, and they sprint away.
So you're telling me you want to talk to your Amazon delivery man every time he delivers a package?
I just don't like the fact that they sprint away.
I am questioning all of your nitpicks here. What are you talking about? What are we talking about?
Do you like it when they sprint away?
It makes me question what's in the box, right?
I've seen Fast and Furious enough times to know that you can't be sprinting away from packages.
Exactly.
Dropped off at houses. All right, and then
no. Can we talk? We need to talk about the kid.
The Dursleys.
The Dursleys. The kid is psychotic. He's legitimately torturing Harry Potter.
And he
the stomping up and down the stairs. When they go to the zoo, he literally shoves him when Harry Potter.
That was hilarious. That's a good full body shove too.
It was a great shove. I noticed it. I was like, damn, I don't know. Maybe he had a stunt double or something. But anyways, no, he's psychotic. He's like ripping mail out of his hands.
If they hate him, why bring him to the birthday party?
Exactly.
Why would you bring someone you hate to your birthday party?
And bro, I mean, child services needed to be called. The dad threatened.
Yeah, I wrote down child services.
A week of no food. He said you do anything. Anything.
I mean, I literally had to check to make sure this movie didn't take place in 1545 and some shit like that, bro. I mean, what is going on?
It's like legit
these guys have
abuse.
Neighbors. What's the deal? Who? I mean, if you're like invited over to that house and you see someone live under stairs, bro. I mean, what is going on?
While the other kid is screaming because he only got 36 presents.
Yo, so wild. Honestly, the only really funny part about that whole part was when Harry asked if he's going to go to the same private school and they just straight up laughed in his face. I like a good laughing in someone's face, even if it's I mean,
can we just acknowledge the fact that Dumbledore was like, but it's the only family he has.
Sometimes you just got to drop him off at like anywhere.
Yo, McGonagall was like, yo, these people are legit a problem. And he's like, but family.
Yeah. Dumbledore has to take an L on this one.
Definitely. He's a billionaire. Can you not? Like, it doesn't add up. Anyways, you think that's the worst scene. Okay.
And then, but so it goes from the owl mail all the way to like when they get that Airbnb in the middle of nowhere and they're hiding away. I just don't need to see that, bro. Just get Hagrid in there and get him out, bro.
Oh, I hear you. I hear you.
I don't even know why he's talking. Hagrid just needs to scoop the kid and get out. And also, I mean, how much do you think the Airbnb was?
That's $250. Bro, it's on like a lighthouse in the middle of like
hard to get to, hard to reach.
It has to be at least 1,000. It needs to be
I think that's 1,000.
$1,000. I mean, the maintenance of that place alone.
You know what I was thinking? I think it's one of those places that says it sleeps 6 and then it has 1 bed, 2 couches. I was thinking when I saw the inside. I mean, that place
at what lens do you go to not open a piece of mail, my brother?
Yeah, insane.
Like, what are you talking about? What is, like, how crazy is this family? And that scene when the dad is like, do you know why Sundays are my... I'm like, yo, the acting is at a 90. Bring it down a notch, bro.
Yeah.
Right? It's been a week.
So I'm all set with the Dursleys. I just thought that's the worst part.
So I watching it as an adult, I think it's really, really funny. I don't remember hating that scene as much, right? And as an adult, I think it is really funny. So that's why I didn't pick it. Although after talking about it, God damn it, it is a really bad compilation of shit acting and wildness, just straight wildness. But my worst scene is, it's like right after it's right after the sorting and then getting to know the actual building.
With the stairs moving and stuff?
With the stairs moving and stuff. So
honestly, the whole Hogwarts intro is cool.
The whole Hogwarts intro is cool, but I just feel like I never got an explanation of the magic. And this is something, because I didn't read the books, right? So I feel like every scene in the movie is like, they talk, I mean, like the potion scene when they first go into class, they just say these random things, but there's never...
I like that though. I mean, do you want the textbook or you want...
I don't want the textbook, but like, I feel like there has to... I just don't know what the rules are. Are you just talent? Is it just straight talent? Is it legitimately just enunciation?
Because Hermione comes off from the top rope And with that, I mean, her introduction, and she's like, "You got some shit in your face." I mean,
like, oh, you must be Harry Potter, and who are you?
And she's like, "Pleasure." I'm just like, yo, top of her intro, and then Draco's intro, where he's like, "You're gonna learn. You should be hanging out with the right people in this place." And I was like, "Yo, Draco, like, bro, setting the tone."
Draco Malfoy. Think my name was funny, do you? No need to ask you yours. Red hair and a hand-me-down robe. You must be a Weasley.
That scene is fantastic because he legitimately, he's like, there are good wizards, magical people and bad, and he just insults Ron's entire lineage. You must be a dirty ass Weasley. Yeah, the face, Malfoy comes out swinging. I love Malfoy. He's the great bad kid actor.
Like, we've already passed it, but the train scene's pretty good too.
Oh, when you do meet
train
Ron
station to 9 3/4 or whatever.
Yeah, no,
that part's good. Very
good. And like, I enjoy the little stuff, but I don't know. I feel like they made Hermione. She was just a little too annoying. I feel like they didn't have to make it so crazy. Like, she was legitimately mean to Ron in the first time they met.
But Ron deserves it. But here's the thing. Ron's the best actor out of the 3 kids.
Oh,
he's the one that actually feels
a hot
like an
take.
Actual kid. He's the one that actually feels like an actual kid. But I like all three.
No, but Mumbury, no, that's not fair because Ron is supposed to be the most kid out of, like, his character is more kiddish than Harry or Hermione. Like, Hermione's supposed to be this genius, like, witch, and Harry's supposed to be this, like, talent-filled, God-blessed, Jesus-like wizard. Ron is supposed to be the kid. We're supposed to feel. Go ahead.
I'm just talking about the way they talk and the way they, like, interact. I just feel like Ron's the best actor out of 3, even later into the movies.
So while we're here, let's talk about the cast. So who do you think? So are you saying, is this
Ron's your
MVP?
100%? Snape's the MVP.
So you just liked Ron, but Snape, there's no question.
Snape's the MVP. Here's the thing, because, I mean,
you don't think they put it on too thick for him?
I don't know if they could make this movie now, because, I mean, in the post pedophile island situation, I don't think an adult can be this obsessed with an 11-year-old kid in a blockbuster movie. But
bro,
there would be some questions. I mean, if Dumbledore's not asking Snape, yo, bro, you got to tone it down 10 notches. But Snape, I think he has to act heavy-handed, but he's so good. He's just so good.
Yeah.
Changes the way he talks. Snape's the MVP, and for me, it's not even close. It's like Steph Curry when he got 50 votes. It's not even close.
Yeah, no, I don't agree. I don't know. I thought for some reason, rewatching it, I just felt like they just put it on a little too thick. I mean, everything
is too thick in this movie.
Yes, of course, but like, he was as thick gets. I feel like everything was sinister. There was not a single scene in the movie where you saw Snape and the music wasn't like, I'm like, yo, we get it.
The dude is dressed in black and has long black hair, bro.
Yeah, I mean, this dude was like goth incarnate. It was so much. I was like, I get it. And by like halfway through the movie, every other scene, I'm like, all right, I know, you and your psychotic obsession with Harry Potter, but you're not the bad guy. He's still the bad guy. There is a problem. You're right, Maury. We need to talk about that. I thought Malfoy. I thought Malfoy hit it out the goddamn park. He's my MVP of this movie. Like, the trio, I don't know. I just, Prisoner of Azkaban is my favorite Harry Potter movie in the series, and I feel like that's the best trio.
Prisoner of Azkaban is probably the best movie period of the series.
Yeah, probably. But just for me to finish the reason, because Malfoy, you believe it, right? It's just enough bullying it turns into a little obsession, right? But Malfoy, he is a great wizard, right? If Harry Potter wasn't in that class, he would be he'd be the superstar. He comes from a good family or whatever that means, right? He looks the part. He has his Goombas where he's like, I love it, bro. He's the gangster. He's like, he plays that role really well. I think he's definitely the MVP. But I don't know. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Well,
you wanted to say something?
But I think we're on the same page.
Yeah.
Snape and Draco are the most interesting
Exactly.
characters of the movie. No one else really has a lot to do.
Yeah. I wanted to say this before we move to the LVP of the movie. I had like a sneaky MVP, and it is John Williams, right? We need to talk about the score. It yes, like the world building, like the sceneries, the costume, like that. It was one of the nominees for Grammys for the costume and for the score, and lost in both. But the music is fantastic, bro.
Yeah, it
is
probably
so good.
Out of the most iconic and remembered things of the whole series. I mean, the original score, insane, and it's just like it's probably one of the most recognizable scores.
Exactly, and like all you have to hear, it's like like Beethoven, like that kind. You have to hear that first like twinkle in the beginning.
Yeah.
And you know
exactly what it's going to be.
Right into that movie. You think it's just, the score is fantastic. Love the score. All right, flip the switch.
And this I will say also.
Yeah.
This movie, all the quotes that became popular from Harry Potter, almost all of them came from this movie. Like the Leviosa one.
Yeah. That was a huge one. That was a big one.
The give it here, Malfoy, or I'll knock you off your broom. And you're a wizard, Harry.
You're a wizard, Harry.
You're a wizard, Harry. Yes.
All of them came from this movie.
Yes. Harry Potter would be huge coming out in a TikTok world. I feel like I see a lot of memes. I feel a lot of
we'll talk about
things.
that when we do the reboot.
The reboot. Oh, yes. Okay, LVP. Who do you think did the worst?
I think this is easy. I think this is.
Whoa.
I think this is. I mean, I don't even think I'm stepping on anybody's toes on this one.
Be careful here now. Be careful.
Professor Quirrell.
Oh,
easy LVP, bro.
Easy.
First off, if you have your main villain faint in the middle of a dining hall full of kids halfway through the movie, I'm not going to take him seriously. I'm not going to take him seriously. Dude is a stooge.
Yes, but that's the goddamn point. All right, look, I'm agreeing with you. It's out there. Professor Quirrell is the worst, right? He's just the worst. Right?
I mean, think about where this movie came.
He is a stooge, and that's the reason Voldemort has him. That is the only reason. And if you miss that part, you can't criticize the character. If you miss the reason.
I didn't miss it. It's just a bad. Think about the leap that is made from this movie to the next one. In the next movie, it's a giant freaking snake, an actual right. It's Tom Riddle. There's giant spiders. Think about the jump that happens. Yeah. And then in this movie, it's a dude who. I mean, I'm not going to come at speech impediments. I think I've done enough damage.
Wait. How long did you ever know? How did you know before it was revealed? Professor Quirrell, why are you looking at the mirror? Did you know before that scene?
That what?
That Professor Quirrell was the bad guy. Because the entire time up until that point, we thought it was Snape that was going to be there, trying to get the Sorcerer's Stone.
Yeah.
Did you even figure it out?
When I was a kid, the first time I watched it, or now?
Either, both.
No, now I knew. I know.
Of course, but
that guy. And then, so the thing is, rewatching it, it's clear that they were setting up Snape, and Harry obviously is anti-Snape. But
and maybe that's the reason I keep saying that they put it too thick on Snape, right? But because I do remember on the rewatch. On the first time I watched this movie, I do remember oh my goodness, it is Professor Quirrell. I really was shocked that it's this Goomba that no one gives a shit that's shaking in his boots when he meets Harry. I was there's no way. So it got me as a kid when I watched it the first time.
Harry literally beats him by touching his face.
I know, and it is a shitty ending. It's the worst fucking ending, bro. It's
That's why I said the best part ends right before they get in there.
Yeah,
because it's like,
yeah, but and see, this is my point. I know you're telling me you don't want to know the technicalities of magic, but what does this mean? When does it ever happen again that Harry can just touch someone and they melt? Right? They don't explain anything. You know what Dumbledore says? Do you know what he says?
What?
It was your mother's love in your skin. I'm like, Negro.
It's called aloe vera.
You got that special cocoa butter. It doesn't matter. Like, I just, you have to pretend that all of this, they can do whatever they want. They could just do whatever they want.
So who
do you think peaked? Who do you think peaked? Because it's a 10-part series, right? And it's hard to pick someone that peaked. But if you were to choose someone, who do you think Harry Potter, Sorcerer's Stone peaked?
I honestly think
this was hard for me.
The Quirrell guy, I think this is his peak. He was an enemy of the state, but I think this is his peak.
Yeah.
Ian Hart is his name.
Ian Hart is his name.
Everyone else, this can't be the peak.
And exactly, and that's the thing. And I'm going to agree with you because I just literally for who peaked, I was like, I don't know. And like, I'm happy that you picked Quirrell, but like, you really have to start stretching into like the extras in the cast and like to really pick someone who peaked, because I mean everyone stuck around and they did a really good job about it. I know that they was the actor that played the Dumbledore died, and then there was another actor. I know that happened, but for the most part, everyone that matters that you saw, McGonagall, Dumbledore, like Hagrid, like everyone is from here, the first movie to the end, and it's hard for me to pick. So I'm going to just not pick. So LVP, where are they now? I
mean, Daniel Radcliffe's doing a bunch of TV and movies. He's doing like network TV. And I'm like, I think he has a show on TBS or something right now. But they're all staying busy. Emma Watson's probably easily the most famous out of this.
She's the most famous. And she just has the most.
She just did Beauty and the Beast, which was huge, and Little Woman, which just got nominated for an Oscar. And then Rupert Grint's doing like a bunch of like British TV and stuff like that. But they both made so much money off. All three of them made so much money off this that I don't even think they got to work if they wanted to.
So Emma Watson is definitely the most famous. I have to say, bro, I am Radcliffe. I just don't see anything he does. I'm so disappointed. You watch Harry Potter, you're like, this dude is going. He's Leo, like DiCaprio. He's gonna be the biggest star, the greatest, and like everything he's done, like that movie where he was in the forest, like the TV shows he does, like he doesn't give me anything. Emma Watson, thank you.
He was in Now You See Me Too. Who was he in that?
That's what I mean, Murray. That's what I mean. He was the bad guy, the worst bad guy. He was like this drunken bad guy in the second movie. And I think
it just takes a while.
Oh, how many years? How many years? But Murray, all right, look, listen. All I'm saying is Emma Watson carried the goddamn team into 2020. She's doing the biggest and baddest right now. Okay. Can we talk about the remake?
Yeah, I just got a couple questions for you.
Talk to me.
Remake it.
Hit me.
First off, I think Hagrid, after you watch this movie, Dumbledore's decision to trust Hagrid with the baby looks worse and worse. Because this dude, I'm not going to call him an idiot. I'm not going to call him an idiot, but he let slip so many important details that are like supposed to be secrets that no one knows about that I just can't see trusting him with the baby. I mean, how do you not look at the person who sells you a dragon egg?
Exactly. Look, wait.
Even on Craigslist, like, I mean,
I'm so happy you brought this up. Hagrid is that lovable big teddy bear that you want to, care about. But he's slow, right? It really, for me, Mumbury, it got to the point where I was like, is he saying, I shouldn't have said that on purpose? Like, is he purposely making these mistakes? It got to the point where I'm like, maybe he's doing this on purpose.
He told that person, he told Quirrell, who gave him the egg. I mean, it's like
he's
just.
he
I mean,
said,
that's the wildest Craigslist buy. I mean, since like I bought an iPod behind the CVS dumpster.
I'm telling you, it
It's
doesn't
that and Hagrid getting the egg at a bar, bro.
Oh, I'm sure
mean,
it is. But thank you for bringing this up. I love Hagrid, but like it was just too much, right? In the beginning of the movie, right? When he sends Harry to go to the wand, he goes does his other things. I am so confused at that. When he goes into the bank, he literally tells the bank teller, it's about who you know what in what bank you know. I'm like, Negro, relax.
You gotta just hand him the letter.
He's screaming out a secret. Hagrid, you don't have to. You do it too much. They get to the vault. He looks at Harry and he's like, we should keep this a secret. Why bring the kid if you're gonna tell him to keep it as? It's just okay. You know, he's too much. He's literally the source of information. They just go to his house every time they need the movie to continue, right? So he just gives up shit to just gives up shit.
Honestly.
I mean, and that's the situation.
Looks bad. And then, so we took care of Hagrid. Number 2.
Wait, we didn't take care of Hagrid. Who would be Hagrid? We didn't even pick a person who would be Hagrid.
No. I'm talking about, I just
have
you
just have a list of questions.
Things.
Okay.
Yeah, scale of 1 to 10. How shitty is the ability to talk to snakes? Like, if I gave you $1,000 or the ability to talk to snakes, would you just take the grand?
Stop. Look, listen. Obviously, you have not watched Naruto. Snakes can do some wild shit. In the beginning, okay, look. First of all, in the beginning of the movie, when he does talk to the snake, I did think that that scene was dope. But then when the snake was like, oh, he pointed at the captivity side, I'm like, too much. Relax. So now a snake can read English? Where are you taking me? Where are we going with this, right? But Furry, like, how did she know that? But the ability to talk to snakes, give me the $1,000 every fucking time.
Dude, I think 99%. It's only like, I think weird snake people would be like, oh, let me talk to him.
Look, listen.
But everyone else would be like, give me the grand and let's go home.
If you were born after the year we decided hunter-gathering is not what we're going to do no more, this ability was gone.
What year was that?
I don't know, like 1300 BC, bro. Don't test me. A long time ago. It's
just diversity at Hogwarts. I mean, this shit. It looks like a private school. They would be. If it's in England, I feel like there would be way more Indian and Pakistani people
in the movie.
I agree. There would be. I think there would be a little bit more black people. But
moving on.
They would be eating chicken tikka. Like.
Listen, and I'm happy you brought this up because it is a 10-part series, and like it doesn't get any better. I mean, Harry gets in, like he hooks up with an Asian chick in one of the movies down, but like there is no diversity at all. And I love the fact that the Quidditch hostess with the mostest was the only black girl we saw.
There was one black dude on the boat, and I wrote down, this dude probably thinks it's gonna be in all 8 movies, bro. Because he's in the boat right behind Harry, and he was probably like, yo, I'm set.
Wait, I remember he does say something to Harry, right? Like, I don't know what he says, but it's something clever. Like, he gave off that, I'm going to be here for a while, people. Obviously.
Because Neville's got to remember all. I think that's what he says.
Oh, yes. Oh, look at
But he was definitely like, oh, I'm going to get a speaking role in the next movie. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Bro, they just cut all that shit. And they actually, you know what they did? I think in the 4th or 5th movie, Ron gets a girlfriend.
Yes.
She, I think in this movie, is a black girl, and they recast her as a white girl.
Yo, bro, why you stop. We got to cut this conversation out right now. You trying to have Harry Potter cancel party? Why are you bringing shit up, bro?
I'm not
Harry Potter.
I'm not Mr. Cancel. If that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. But
You're just putting out the facts.
I'm just putting out the facts.
But did you see for a hot second that J.K. Rowling had a cancel party? I wanted to bring that up at the end. Did you see
I was gonna say save that for the remake.
Oh, okay. All right. So let's just go into
it. It might be 2020, but I don't think there's going to be any trans people in the remake.
Can we just cut that out the casting, please?
Because I think J.K. Rowling has got a bone, bro. Going to pick.
Shots fired. Yo, shots fired. Good for you, Burry. Okay, so no trans people. So let's get some actors who J.K. Rowling would give the okay to. Who do you have for the remake?
So let me tell you something before the movie even starts, before we even get into this. So when they were first doing this movie, they bought the book for $1.6 million. They bought the rights to the book.
Yeah.
And then they started like talking to every director to do it. And they first went to Steven Spielberg. And he wanted to do an animated movie. And then cast Haley Joel Osment from The Sixth Sense, the kid in The Sixth Sense, as Harry Potter and make him American.
I'm going to Google this. I need to see what he looks like.
Wait,
Steven Spielberg wanted this to be an animated movie?
Yeah.
Wait, what's his name? What's the Harry Potter?
Haley Joel Osment.
Haley Joel Osment.
So that was the OG plan, and then he ended up not doing it.
Jesus. Okay, no. Thank God he was.
But
well, maybe I'm looking at him now. I don't know what he looked like as a kid. No, Radcliffe is the one, bro. I mean, Radcliffe. I feel like I didn't read the book, but he looks like Harry Potter.
So she insisted. J.K. Rowling insisted that they all be British and Irish actors, and that the filming takes place in England.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah. So this is what the first sentence I wrote was. This movie and this whole series just came out, and there's so many movies, and it's such a like tight story that I was like, I'm not even going to try to remake it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do an American spin-off, right? Because they kind of did. They did.
I love you, Bill Burry.
They showed the other schools in Europe, but no offense, those schools were kind of whack, bro.
Whoa! I am so hyped for this, yo. I'm hyped for this spin-off.
This is what I got. This is what I got. The tagline is Friday Night Lights meets Hogwarts in Texas. All right.
Whoa. This is too much. Let me comprehend. Friday Night Lights meets Hogwarts in Texas?
Yeah.
We doing Friday Night Lights. It's a Millennial classic. We're doing that, but thank you. Yes, I'm in. Walk me through
big sports school. I mean, if you thought McGonagall was crazy, I mean, all these guys are D1 recruits. Obviously, there's a huge fan base.
Yes.
They got like, if you thought that Hogwarts pitch was good, the boosters down in Texas are going wild, bro.
Yes.
The headmaster is Denzel from Remember the Titans.
Stop it.
Coach Boone from Remember the Titans. He's the headmaster.
Listen, you really love that Quidditch scene, huh? God, the entire school is for the Quidditch team. It has nothing to do with any magic.
That's what they do down there, bro.
It's Texas.
Quidditch first, bro.
I hear you. All right. Denzel,
I got
Boo.
Oprah as McGonagall.
Oh, you laying this color on thick, huh? You bringing.
I just feel like Oprah and Denzel should be together in this movie.
Wait. Oprah is McGonagall?
Yeah.
Stop. No. Pause. Let me get into this because listen, my picks are shit compared to this. I love this, so I'm gonna kick Oprah out. I'm gonna just executive order Oprah. Did you see her acting in that Twinkle of the Stars movie? Please,
I didn't see that movie.
Okay, but let's get it. Can we pick a different wife?
All right. What do you want? You want Meryl Streep? I can get you Meryl Streep.
Yes. See, you give me Meryl Streep. Give me Meryl Streep as McGonagall. That is.
And then I got all the Stranger Things kids. Just throw them all in this.
Perfect.
All right?
Easy.
Throw them all in this.
The connection is there. We already know it's there.
And then I'll throw in Jaden Smith too, because we've been throwing him in a lot of these movies. And we might as well just throw Jaden Smith in. He can be a bully or some shit, or I don't know.
No. You think Jaden Smith could live up to Malfoy's power?
I mean, he's gonna be older than all the other kids, so
that'd be too much bullying.
I don't know.
He'll
but
be
throw
in there.
Jaden in there.
It's a football movie.
For
he's a big boy.
For the Snape bad teacher character, you know who I have to get, bro. Paul Giamatti.
Oh, bring him back, ladies and gentlemen. We made it 2 podcasts. Let me say it, 2 podcasts without Paul Giamatti starring in a remake. Paul, you're making money in Mumbury's world. And this is one thing that I can't agree. Every other time when he brings up Paul Giamatti, he's like, he could play Mufasa, some bullshit fucking hot take. But this, I believe. It's believable. Paul Giamatti can be a Snape. But you're making this movie very Quidditch oriented. He's Snape. He's not going to be a potions teacher. He's going to be like the assistant defensive coach or some shit, right? He's going to be all right. Paul Giamatti, I'm game.
That's it. I mean, that's all right. That's as far as I got. But I think Aquafina could get thrown in there
Can you did you not pick an actor for Hagrid? We need Hagrid.
Hagrid. Who's going to be The Rock? No.
Oh my God! Now you're reaching for the stars. You wanted Oprah, and now you're asking for The Rock.
Who can be Hagrid, bro? I don't think he needs to be.
No, Hagrid needs because he's just a little slow. He needs
friendly.
No, the stubborn guy.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna be Hagrid. He needs to be a big boy, but he has to be laughable. I was gonna say from Game of Thrones, the big dude, but the mountain's too scary to be in this movie.
Yeah.
And then for Dumbledore, it has to wait. Daniel Day-Lewis, is he old
that's
enough?
Denzel, bro. Daniel Day-Lewis should be Voldemort, though. He could be the bad guy.
Oh yeah, and make him not melt. It's not gonna be melting. He's not gonna melt. That's gonna be in the remake. In my contract, JK, you want your Irish actors, great. In the American version, we're not melting the bad guy when he touches the face. It's the worst ending in the history.
What about Johnny Depp as the bad guy? No, actually, he's the bad guy in the other one.
In Fantastic Beasts.
What about Colin Farrell's in that shit too, bro.
Oh, he is. He's the other guy. Colin Farrell is Johnny Depp. They're the same person.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah.
Wait. Can I ask you? Like, there is a huge leap from Harry Potter to the Fantastic Beasts. I don't think they talk enough about animals in Harry Potter for me to believe.
Fantastic Beasts is actually trash. And here's I'll explain.
It's legitimate trash.
I mean, did you watch the second one?
No.
Yo, second one's bad. It hinges on you like
worse than the first one.
It's worse than the first one,
bro. I don't even understand the big black smoke. Like I was like, what is going? Like,
yeah. But this isn't a podcast about Fantastic Beasts.
yeah. That's a good point. That's a good point.
I think this is an A1 movie.
Oh, it's 100% an A1 movie.
I think you could do. I don't know what this main story of the movie would be. Takes place in Texas.
It doesn't matter. It's about magic. Anything can fucking happen. Did we not already cross that line? I mean, wait. The
important thing is the Quidditch season doesn't stop.
Okay, wait, Bomburi, I needed to mention this to you. Okay, thank God I remembered before we ended. The point system. This point system. We need a rubric. We need levels.
I would be so pissed,
bro.
Honestly, this point system feels like one of the biggest robberies in the history of popular culture. I can't think of anything.
It's so biased. Mumburi, Dumbledore is basically best buds with Harry, right? And he's like, this is, okay, first, let me break down the point system for you. The first time people get points is when
Harry gets points taken away in this potions class.
Yeah, Harry gets points taken away in potions class. And then during the troll scene.
We never even talked about.
Ladies and gentlemen, the troll scene with the CGI in this movie is just trash. That's why all the CGI scenes.
It's not like Mike trash, but it's serviceable trash.
Serviceable trash.
Outside.
I guess. Of course. Hermione risks her life to go find a troll. Harry and Ron knock out a troll, and it's 5 points. Just remember that till we get to the end of the movie when Neville gets 50 points
for being
just
he's 6'9", pretty much.
No, I'm sorry. Neville, no, I'm lying. Let me not fake news. I think he gets like 10 or 20 or some shit. But a lot more than 5 points, right? So the point system is crazy, and the way that Dumbledore just shits all over Slytherin, it's like give him all they did was follow the rules and win the points regularly. And here's Gryffindor just stealing points, bro.
It's such bullshit, and it honestly feels like one of the a rigged boxing match or some shit like that.
100%.
Where you're just like, I mean, what's the point of doing this, this game, bro? What is the point?
What's the point if we're just gonna hand out points right before you announce the winner? God damn it. But last thing, that game of chess, I would have died. I'm so bad at chess, bro.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out why couldn't he jump off the thing right before it got hit? But I don't know. It's beyond me, apparently. I'm
telling you, it's a magic world. Once you start believing that you could tap on walls and you'll be in a different dimension, jumping off a horse is just, it's a technicality. It's a technicality. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, listen. I know we talked at the end. We talked a little bit about shit, but this movie is fantastic. He said, like Murray said, this is A1 instant classic, millennial classic. This carried our generation into a magical world where we fell in love with these three characters and we watched them grow. In fact, Murray, we might have to have a second Harry Potter on the pod.
No, I think we're going to end up doing. I think long term we're going to end up doing the whole series.
Long term, exactly. So I mean, it's just this is our generation, ladies and gentlemen. It is fantastic. Just sit down, you put the movie on, it'll take you on the journey, take you on that magical journey. Catch you guys next Monday. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Deuces.